Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Final Fantasy XIII. This is the third attempt at recording this episode. The first didn't have any commentary at all, and the second attempt, the commentary cut out so awkwardly, I couldn't work around it. So in this episode, hopefully we'll get it right. Let's get started. And running over to Vanille, where the ship is.
You okay?
I want to tell him. It's just that...
Say, you know how to fly this?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. In you go. That way.
No.
Huh?
If we go in there, that thing could... It could make us Xiii. This is... I don't think I can...
You can do it.
What are you two doing?
Here we go!
Uh-oh. Huh? Get back here! You hear me? Hey!
The pulse Xiii. It held our future and our fate. Close. Now, where is the... Oops. Well then... Guess it's just us.
What did you expect? Even soldiers know not to go near the foul sea. You become a pulse Xiii, and you're finished.
What do you mean, finished?
Haven't you heard, Miss...
Vanille.
Huh?
My name. And yours?
Hope. Thank you. What were we thinking?
Well, since we're here, let's look around.
The Pulse Foul Sea, Lower World Vestige.
Oh, check this out.
Hey! Vanille, where are you?
Well?
That's,
And the place where Hope pulls that air wing from is ambiguous to everybody.
You're all gonna regret this.
Let's quickly finish off this Pantheron. It shouldn't take too long considering we've got 3 segments of Vanille's ATB gauge.
Okay, back to exploring.
better stay close.
Alright, data log segment, you know what to do. For centuries, a pulse Xiii has slumbered undisturbed on the outskirts of a Cocoon city. On the day the lower world entity is finally discovered, Cocoon's peaceful society is plunged into chaos. The government judges the city's inhabitants to have been tainted by their unwelcome guest, and begins a merciless campaign to expunge both the Xiii and the corrupted citizenry from the face of Cocoon. Instead of the exile they were led to expect, the civilians face extermination at the hands of the Sanctum Army. The people attempt to fight back, but are hopelessly outmatched by the military. Lightning cuts her way through the battlefield, doggedly followed by the desperate Saz. Snow, meanwhile, seeks to rescue his fiancée. And a boy spurred on by dreams of revenge pursues Snow with the help of an unusual young lady. Though driven by separate goals, their paths all lead to the same end, the Pulse Xiii. In pursuit of Snow, Hope has fallen into a panic. In his single-minded pursuit of Snow, he has rushed into the lair of a Xiii and is only now recalling the terrible nature of the being that lurks within. The Pulse entity could use its power to curse them, to turn them into Xiii. Pulse Xiii are the doomed servants of the Xiii who created them, despised and feared by the people of Cocoon. Hope's companion, Vanille, seems unconcerned by this dreadful possibility. Bemused by her indomitable cheerfulness, he nervously follows her in search of Snow. It was Snow who convinced his mother to fight. It was Snow she was protecting when she died. And it's Snow who must be made to pay. The beings known as Xiii possess the power to enthrall unwilling human instruments, compelling the victims to serve their will. These individuals, known as Xiii, are marked with indelible brands. They gain the gift of magic, but also bear the burden of completing a task known as a focus for their Xiii master. Pulse Xiii, tools of Xiii from the world below, are considered dangerous enemies of Cocoon society. As there exists no means of removing the Xiii brand and the curse thereby imposed, Pulse Xiii are hunted relentlessly. The Xiii sculpted Cocoon in antiquity, using resources harvested from the world below. When Cocoon's shell was fractured in the war, they replaced it with raw materials again gathered from Pulse, buildings chief among them. Remnants of these structures, termed vestiges, can still be found throughout Cocoon today. The centuries-old vestige outside of Bodom is believed to be nothing more than a harmless curiosity. The discovery of a Pulse Xiii inside its walls proved this false, however, leading to the detainment and subsequent purging of countless citizens whose only crime was being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Alright, just gotta change some settings here quick so you can tell what's going on, for those who can't have their speakers up. The orb. No. No hope, I'm not. And we get $30. So I did have to re-record this episode and replay through the game up to that point. So the items we had gotten before and the orbs we picked up then are now non-existent. However... Oh, and we're free. Alright. So the items we had before are now non-existent, but I will try to pick up items as I find them from here on out. Most items are protected by creatures who we must fight to get through. 4 potions, that'll be useful later. And by later, I mean much, much later. Tutorial coming up. All enemies' guard areas are limited by their fields of vision or other means of detection. Upon entering a guarded area, there is a chance that the enemy or enemies patrolling it will take notice. If your trespass is observed, a warning icon will appear over the heads of any enemies alerted to your presence. These foes then become hostile, taking up defensive positions or rushing forward to attack. If your party leader comes into contact with an enemy, a battle will begin. Battles begin normally if the enemy was aware of the party's presence. If the enemy is caught off guard, however, the party will be able to make a preemptive strike. Certain enemies, like Zwerg Scandroids, have extremely narrow fields of vision and can easily be approached unnoticed. It is always advantageous to do so if possible, as initiating a preemptive strike forces enemies to enter battle with their chain gauges near the staggering threshold. Another doohickey? And another preemptive strike. We've got this in the bag.
Aren't you scared?
Not so much.
You really don't get it.
Pulse Falsi and Lassie are bad news. That's why Cocoon kicked them out. Live too close to the Falsi, one-way ticket to Pulse. That's the purge in a nutshell.
If they catch us here, they'll purge us too. And
What's
then...
your problem?
What's my... Pulse is hell on Earth.
We'll be okay. Calm down.
Get off me.
Sarah? Huh? Can you hear me? Where are you?
Don't worry, Sarah. Your hero is on his way. Wonder what that's for.
To the citizens of Cocoon, the lower world of Pulse is hell rife with unknown terrors, and the recently discovered Pulse Falsi is an invader from that hell. In an effort to quell the growing panic in the wake of the entity's discovery, the Sanctum initiates an extreme measure known as the Purge. Under this initiative, not only is the Falsi to be cast out of Cocoon, but all of the civilians living nearby as well. Any person coming into contact with the lower world being's foul energies could already be corrupted, and no potential enemies of Cocoon can be allowed to remain. The ensuing deportation claims the lives of countless civilians, Hope's mother among them. After witnessing her death and chasing Snow into the vestige in a blind rage, Hope suddenly realizes that he may soon share the same fate as the Pulse Falsi, relocation to the world below. Vanille, however, calmly accepts the situation and lends her support to the distraught boy. Unaware of his young pursuers, Snow begins exploring the arcane halls and chambers of the shrine-like vestige in search of his captive fiancée, Sarah.
Nothing to worry about.
Kaboom.
Just hold on, Sarah.
Still won't budge? I think the door's winning.
Why didn't I listen?
Beg your pardon?
It was me. This is my fault.
Beg your pardon?
Cover your ears.
Huh? Oh, blast charge? Oh, wait, hold on. All right, hold up. All right, go for it! Make it happen!
I'm so sorry. Please let me in. Please?
Hey!
Right.
What? How'd you open it? After you.
Shrouds are special single-use aerosols that can only be used outside of battle and grant the party tactical advantages. Fortisol and Aegisol bestow their bonuses at the start of battle. Deceptisol, on the other hand, shields the party from enemy detection, eliminating any concerns of being spotted and attacked. It's useful for avoiding combat and also for launching preemptive strikes. Enemies like Pantherons, whose fields of vision allow them to monitor wide areas, normally turn hostile and display warning icons as soon as they are approached. Apply a spray of Deceptisol, however, and you'll have no trouble gaining a preemptive strike. To open the Shroud menu, press left bumper while exploring. Select a Shroud with up and down, and then press A to use it. To close the menu without using a Shroud, press left bumper or B. Shroud effects wear off after a brief duration, so be sure to time their application carefully. The Pulse Xiii, an entity that threatens the peace of Cocoon society, holds Snow's fiancée captive. As the determined Snow delves ever deeper into the alien structure, Lightning and Saz arrive at the vestige after fighting their way through waves of Sanctum forces. The unlikely duo's progress is halted by an impassable gate, which finally opens as if in response to Lightning's whispered words of apology. Did her plea reach the mind of the Xiii, or was another being responsible for opening the portal? Saz follows the ex-soldier into the vestige, bemused by the lack of explanation, but driven on nonetheless by a purpose he has yet to reveal. And they saw us. Very quick battle. And we get a bright and shiny. A tuft of Phoenix down, useful later.
These things some kind of welcoming present from that first recon team they sent in?
Whew, that was close. Alright. Continuing upward. We've fought two before. Oh, we haven't fought any in combination with a Pantheron yet. The Gladius is a weapon for lightning, which I think we are going to change into now. Actually, as well as the Iron Bangle we picked up earlier, because let's face it, her hit point threshold sucks. That definitely helped. All right.
If those things are still around, might be some soldiers trapped in here too. Except they'd probably be Xiii by now. Huh? Not even human anymore. Just post-Xiii. Enemies of Cocoon. Can't show them any mercy.
There's the next one.
There is a thingy. Okay, pick it up. 2 potions, not very useful later in the game, but definitely now. Nothing there. Nothing over there. No bright and shinies. Okay. Continuing onward, mandatory battle.
All right. Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way. Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way.
He is here. Calling himself a hero?
He's coming our way.
What should I do?
Tell him what you need to.
But nothing I say'll change what happened.
We could just run away.
The Bodum vestige was a minor local landmark, paid little regard. That changed it on this night, when CKING discovered that the relic's long-sealed entrance had somehow been opened. A reconnaissance team was sent inside, reporting the discovery of a pulse Xiii before communication links suddenly went silent. Deeming it probable that the soldiers had been made Xiii, the Sanctum then resealed the door to the vestige, trapping the team inside. The following day brought the public announcement of both the discovery and plans for the purge. Military weapons stalked the halls of the vestige, though the CKING recon team that uncovered the lower world being 2 days previous is still trapped inside. Lightning and Saz know that the real threat is not part of the Sanctum army, but the Pulse Fal'Cie and its servant Xiii. Pulse Xiii are former humans who have become agents of destruction. Those residents living near the vestige face being purged simply because of their proximity to the Fal'Cie and the possibility that its power has bound them into servitude. With tales of Xiii haunting his thoughts, Hope hears Snow's voice calling in the distance. Although he plans to confront Snow over his mother's death, the reality of the situation becomes too much for Hope to bear. He cannot go through with it. Not yet. Well, we're about to. $100 gil. Not necessary now, but it will be later.
What are they?
Xiii, you failed. This is what happens when Xiii don't complete the focus the Fal'Cie gave him.
Let's even these odds!
To me, the Xiii are very Silent Hill-esque in their design.
How did you get in here? You gotta leave. Okay, listen. Find some place to hide and keep quiet. Once I find Sarah, we'll all leave together. You'll be home in time for dinner.
You...
Wait! Who's Sarah?
My wife. Future wife, that is. She's a Pulse Xiii.
No.
She's here somewhere, along with that Fal'Cie. I gotta find her and set her free.
What's wrong with you? Why do you want to help Xiii? They're the enemy.
Huh?
How can you save Xiii? You're not... That's insane!
Probably. But I gotta do something, right? I'll be back.
Should we wait around for him and hitch a ride?
I'd rather go to Pulse! Why is this happening to me? When they found the Fal'Cie the other day, we were just visiting Bodum. But the army took us, threw us on that train. And because of that guy, Mom is...
Probably shouldn't leave them alone.
And he wants to help Xiii.
Hey again.
Hey. Let's go with him. You gotta talk to him, Hope. If you don't take this chance, you'll regret it forever.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
What's gotten into you, soldier? Thought you came for a fight.
My sister.
Your sister?
She's a Xiii.
What? A pulse, Lassie?
The Xiii has her captive, but I'll find her.
Is she still... Hey, what was her focus? When she became a Lassie, what did the Xiii order her to do? It wasn't blow up Cocoon or anything like that, was it?
I didn't ask.
Listen to me. When a person gets cursed by a Xiii, they become a Lassie, and they get given a focus, right? How do I put this? If they don't carry it out, Lassie end up as one of those things. What I'm saying is, if your sister's gone that far, I mean, she might still... How can I... Oh, man. There's no way to turn a Lassie back into a human. Even if she completes her focus, there's no changing her fate. She'll live her life as a Xiii slave. Don't make her suffer.
Just say it! Any Lassie, anyone who might ever become a Lassie should be wiped off the face of Cocoon. It's people like you that started the Purge in the first place.
That's a Xiii.
When a Xiii takes a human to be one of its Lassie servants, that person is given a focus to be completed. Should the Lassie fail to fulfill this focus before his or her brand advances to its final stage, that Lassie becomes a Xiii. Mired in eternal sorrow and regret, and robbed of all free will, Xiii are damned to wander the world, unliving and undying, until their corrupted flesh at last can move no more. For Xiii, there is no salvation. Pulse Lassie are cursed beings who wield supernatural power and whose very existence incites panic and destruction. Hope explodes into a rage upon hearing that Snow plans to rescue Sarah, and now a Lassie herself. Even if she is Snow's fiancé, nothing good can come of helping a sworn enemy of Cocoon. The situation only serves to magnify Hope's hatred of the man he holds responsible for his mother's death. Shaking with fury, he is unable to form the words he so desperately wants to say. Oblivious to Hope's anger and worried for their safety, Snow decides to bring Hope and Vanille along on his mission. Meanwhile, Saz explains the cruel fate of a person cursed as Lassie. Lassie are bound in eternal service to a Xiii, and failure to carry out a focus results in transformation into a mindless abomination, a Xiii. A person shackled by the Lassie curse is beyond salvation. As Saz comes to this grim conclusion, Lightning angrily compares him to those who insisted on the Purge. She knows full well the doom that awaits Lassie, and will do anything in her power to save her sister from that fate. Alright, move the episode along, because we are already over time. By a lot. I don't think we hit the other Xiii at all. Oh, we must have. Okay, well, that's good to know. The power wristband. Be Skippy. Skippy. And Aghast. Alright, save point. So, enemy intel, episode is over. I've got to go. My laptop is dying, as you probably heard. In the next episode, everybody meets. We'll see you then.